Hey guys, it's Jake from the Jake the Bowler YouTube channel, and welcome back to my series From Amateur to Pro. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about my history as a two-handed bowler and a one-handed bowler, and why I've switched a few times between the two. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying. So, in this episode, I'm going to talk about my history as a two-handed bowler, as well as my history as a one-handed bowler. Now, I began bowling as a one-handed, and through time and through practice, I switched to two-handed, and then I switched back to one-handed, back to two-handed, and now, finally, I've switched back to one-handed and will probably remain one-handed for the remainder of my bowling career. Now, I'm going to show you a few clips, and I'm going to talk over them, and what I hope you understand and see in these clips is the reason that I switched back this final time, and I'm going to explain a few of the personal issues that I've had throwing two-handed, and some of the personal reasons that I have for switching and staying with one-handed. So, see you in the clips. Alrighty. So getting into it here, the first couple videos that you're going to see are of me when I threw two-handed for the last time. The practice session that these were filmed in was the turning point for me to go back to one-handed. And these were filmed at the beginning of this season. These were decent shots, but going back and reviewing the footage like I always do of my practice sessions, I saw that I just wasn't enjoying what I was seeing. And I also wasn't enjoying what I was feeling after I was coming off the lanes. And what I mean by that is I was putting way too much torque and rotation in my hips, my knee, my ankle. It was bad. I would have to come home and ice everything after I would bowl for 3-4 games, and I just wasn't having fun doing that anymore. And I figured it was time for a change, as my passion for bowling had started to fall off for a little bit. But then once I switched back to one-handed, I got my passion back, and I became a better bowler. And I realized that sticking with one-handed will probably be the best decision for my game, as I am more consistent. I'm also more finesse than I was with two hands, and I'm not putting as much stress on my body, which means I'll be able to do the sport that I love longer. And that's a big point for me. It's a big reason that I am sticking with one-handed. Um, and I feel like I'll have more potential sticking with one-handed. And that's not digging at anyone who is two-handed. I was two-handed. My best friend bowls two-handed. There's a lot of people that are in the opposite effect, where they have to bowl two-handed to be able to even enjoy the sport. And I completely understand, and more power to them. But my decision for myself was made, and one-handed is where my game will stay for the long run. Now, this last video right here of me bowling two-handed, this is probably one of the better shots that I had ever had, and
course, it has to go and be one of the last ones I'll ever have as a two-handed bowler. I might go back to it in like uh, fun sessions and everything like that. But as a person who wants to become a pro, I had to stick with a singular style, and I stuck with one-handed. Now, these videos are of where my game is at right now, bowling with one hand, and I feel as if I'm just a better overall player when I just put one hand on the ball instead of two. And I think most people will agree with me, including my coaches and my dad and everything. I have high scores two handed, but I also have those same high scores one handed. So it's not that kind of decision for me. But my choice has been made. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video of From Amateur to Pro. I'm Jake from Jake the Bowler, signing off.